Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today, you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer. You also have the new Albino Rhino Beer Festival hats. I do have a couple of these. I think I have two left. I'm probably going to give them away. I don't know how yet. I don't know if anyone would even be interested in getting them, but they're too much to. They cost too much to make for me to sell. So I'm probably going to give the two of them away. I have one of them. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Anyway, today's beer is this one right here. This is from Folly Brewpub. It was picked up for me by Greg. Thank you very much, Greg. This is an American farmhouse ale. It has a rotating hop blend. I don't know which hop blend is in this because it does not say anywhere on it. This is Rhizome. Now, here's the thing with this beer. I do believe that this is an illegal label, because there is no ABV anywhere on this label. And I do know that ABV on the label is one of the only requirements of the AGCO. There is others too, like it not being offensive and this and that, but maybe if you're selling it out of the brewery you don't have to have the ABV on it, but I would have assumed that everything should have the ABV on it. It's 500 milliliters, it does say that. So you know your size. We're going to need a glass. Let's open this up and we'll grab a glass. What's the hop blend? I don't know. Greg did just drink this himself earlier in the week, and he said he didn't know what the hop blend was either. So I think we're just going that we don't know the hop blend. I don't want any tattoos today. You know what? There we go. Beer Markets. Sorry, Beer Academy. Brewery that does not exist anymore. This was 6 Pints was the Beer Academy's working name. They were Molson Coors Craft Division, and they closed them down. I don't remember what they reopened as, but oh, it's a Creemore thing now. There we go. So, a little bit of haze, beautiful 2 fingers, a bright white head, very thick, very creamy looking. A little bit of a snap, crackle, pop, but that is a very thick, creamy head. It floats on the top of the beer. Looks really nice. Smell? Not much from the glass itself, but I wouldn't have expected much with that much head there. Bottle? Almost like a little bit of lemon, a little bit of pineapple. Lemon, pineapple, kind of grassy. Yeah, lemon, pineapple, a little grassy, and almost allspice-like out of the bottle. Intriguing. Intriguing. Still not really anything out of the glass. Let's try it. Cheers. What ABV am I drinking? I don't know. I don't know if I can drive after this beer. I don't know if I should lay down for an hour or so. I don't know if I can drink another beer. I don't know. Don't know what I'm allowed to do. Okay. I've had he picked me up 5 beers from Folly, and I've really liked 2 of them. I don't really like this one. Very saison-like in flavors, as well as it's weird. It's like a mixture of a saison. It has a touch of almost ice beer in there, and I'll touch on these in a second. And then the hoppy back end and the hop profiles just don't work for me either. You might love the stuff. It is a rotating hop profile, so which one I have, I don't know. Yeah. So, soft carbonation, light body. A little cereal grainy sweetness, which is where I'm kind of getting that ice beer flavor, because that cereal grainy sweetness kind of spikes into like a little bit of a, what's the best word for it? Because I don't think there's anything wrong with this beer. I don't think there's any faults in it. I just don't personally like it. So I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can with my wording here. Like if there was faults or I just thought it was disgusting, I would do my usual rant and rave. But I just don't think that, for me, it's personally what I want. So I'm trying to think of how to say this here without offending anybody, because a lot of brewers can get offended lately, especially with things like Untapped and Rate Beer and Beer Advocate and the people that write things on there, and they're like, this Goza is too sour, it's salty, what the hell, and just things like that. Like, so I'm not trying to be just an uneducated pleb or anything. I'm trying to put into perspective why I don't like it. Yeah, it's the cereal grainy sweetness, almost like wheat and oats mixed together, almost like a saison. But it's coming, and then it crashes, it crashes with those hops, and it makes this just bitter-sweet mix right at the very top of the palate, and that makes me think of just the super sweet ice beers. And I'm not saying this is a super sweet ice beer, because I know that's what I'm going to get. It's just not what I want. And then that hoppiness is very piffy, very much like I bit into like a, excuse me, a little gassy. Tastes better on the gassiness though. Like the burp tastes good. Mostly because I'm not tasting that piffiness when I burp. But very, very piffy, very grapefruit, lemon type of piff. Like I just chewed into them both. An earthiness, very resiny back end too, like a very hop oily back end. So just kind of bitter, and the two of them just don't mix for me. The smell was splendid. I don't know if this was a couple weeks old before Greg got it, and then I sat on it for 2 or 3. I think I've had it for 3 weeks now, so I sat on it for 3 weeks. So I don't know if it was just older, and that's my problem. I don't know any of that about the beer. I just know that I don't personally like the beer. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just don't personally like it. Almost like a clove-like dryness as well on the back end. All in all, it's not a horrible beer. It's just not for me. So I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. It's a well-made beer. Now remember, I'm rating my beers on how I personally feel their flavors are. I don't really have a stylistic number I can give to a American farmhouse ale, so I can't say stylistically it's really good or anything like that. It's a nice beer. It's hoppy. If you really love your hops, you might like it. If you really love a saison type of taste, or like a Belgian pale ale, shall we say? Because yeah, it's American hops and all that, but it's kind of Belgian pale ale-esque in that it does have some yeast esters in it. It has that cloviness. It has that dryness. It has that graininess. It's just not for me. I've loved 2 of their beers. This one's just not my thing. Thank you, Greg, for picking it up. Thank you, Folly, for making it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.